In a previous tutorial on Windows, we put the windows for the landing at the stairwell, and I can see that they're not quite centered, so I will definitely center them right now. And then I didn't take the railing out either, so I'll take that out now too. So from here to the center line of the window, all the way over here to the face of the gypsum board. We'll just put that right there and make it equal. Now my windows are equal. On the bottom, so I have to make them equal on the top as well. So I'll use the align tool for that and just grab the midpoint of that and that. Now I'm going to take the railing out. So if I click on this railing, it is going to edit the path, and I want to see that in the first floor. It's just telling me they can't edit the path in the section view. And so it turns it to a magenta line, and I don't need the railings on the outside. That's just something to grab onto, and we have railings on the, what I call the inside. We have railings here, so we don't need those. So I simply edited the path, turned it to a magenta line. Well, I edited the path, and Revit said, well, your active view is the section, and you can't edit the path in the section. And it showed me several options for views that I could use to edit the path, and I just picked the first floor. And so I like that, so I'll say okay. And well, let's see, why is it okay, let's see, I just wanted to delete it, so I quit sketching, so it's going to undo that. That puts it back in. So let's see if we can just delete it right here. Yep, so I just grabbed the whole thing and deleted it. Revit was saying, hey, you're trying to edit a path, but you're not leaving me with any path at all. So I can't get rid of the railing that way. So I simply highlighted the railing in the plan view and deleted it. And you can see that it's gone now. So we don't need it. We only need this railing on the inside to hold on to get up the stairs. And we can also see that this wall needs to change to this type of a wall. And it changes at this point. I'm not exactly sure where that point is. I think it might be right here. So, all right, let's do that too. Clean that up as well. So I'll go over to modify, then I'm going to say that the wall type changes right there. And then I'll use the match properties. I'll match this and this because I want it to be a full flush height of gypsum board on the inside, where it's flush all the way from the first floor all the way up to the second floor. There isn't a pocket for the floor joists to fit into because there are no floor joists. So, okay, so that was a little bit of a cleanup. And then the next thing to do is simply put this window in. And I'm going to say that the best place for that window to be is centered on the opening between the countertop and the wall. So now we're looking good there. Let's go over and take a look at it. I want that window to be 7 foot tall. So I'm going to change my head height to 7 feet. And let's make it a 5 foot tall window. So let's click on this and see, do I have a 5 foot tall window like that so far? No, I have a one. I don't have anything except for that one. So I'm going to go back to here, edit the type, duplicate it, and let's make it 3 feet, 30 inches wide by 5 feet tall. So I've renamed it, get rid of the 2 that Revit puts in there automatically, And then I'm going to say the height is 5 feet and the width is 3 feet. And I'm okay with that. And I'm going to change the height now to 7 feet again, get it back down where it's supposed to be. Change it back to 7 feet, get it back down to where it's supposed to be. And the height wise, I can put a transom over there, or I can just leave it like it is. Let's see. So decisions. Do I want to make that? This looks like a double hung width. That's because it has a mutton bar in the middle. We'll go around and take those out in a little bit. That's just a property. So, okay, let's go over to the 3D view just to be lazy. And let's come over here. Now, if I say create similar, remember I have 3 different transoms to choose from, but only one of those transoms was modified by Colby in order to be correct. And I'm having trouble picking the right one, so I'll be lazy and I'll just say create similar. So I'm going to grab this guy, and then I'm going to come over here, and oh, that was match properties. So I'm going to right click on top of this, create similar, and I'm going to come over here and actually create similar. All right, so this window, I think we said was 2 foot 6 inches wide, so I need this transom to be 2 foot 6 inches wide as well. So I'm going to duplicate it and say 2 foot 6 inches and say okay. And then my width will be 2 foot 6. And let's see how that works. So far it looks okay. I'm going to use the align tool to grab that line and that line. And then let's grab this line and this line. Not even close. All right, so what assumption did I make that was incorrect? From here to here is actually 3 feet, so I'm going to change the width of this. I thought I changed it to edit the type, duplicate it. I'm going to have a 3 feet, and the width will be 3 feet. Let's see what happens now. And we'll align it using the align tool to right here and to right there. And it's a little bit wider than it's supposed to be. By how much? Let's measure. By a 1/2 inch. So I have to change the width of this guy. So we'll click on here and we'll just edit the type and take a 1/2 inch off of that. So instead of 3 feet, it'll be 2 feet 11.5. We'll say okay. And then we'll align the two. Look at that. Okay. So now I have my casement window with a transom on top of it. I wanted it to be 2 foot 6 inches wide, not 3 feet. That looks a little too wide for me. So let's click on this. It's supposed to be 30 inches. Edit the type. I come over here, and sure enough, the width is 3 feet. So I want it to be 2 feet 6. I'm going to have to change that. And then I have to change this one as well. So I'll edit the type. Do we have a 2 foot 6? Which, yes, we do right there. But it's really 2 feet 5.5, 5.5, in order to line up with the window below. Let's see how that works. Looking good. No, it's not. Yes, it is. So let's see. That looks very good. All right. I just think that looks better to me. And one of the benefits of doing these tutorials is I'm not only showing you how to do it, but I'm actually showing you some of the mistakes that I'm making along the way. And the value of that is that you may be making similar mistakes. And you can see, first of all, that it's not a big deal. Remember, almost all the time, if Revit doesn't do what you wanted it to or you thought it was going to do, it isn't because Revit misunderstood, it's because you misinstructed. And so don't be concerned as you're working your way around the house, putting in your windows or doing anything. Don't be concerned about errors popping up. And you can see that I certainly make a lot of errors along the way. It just happens. And so I'm showing you the errors, and allowing you to see the errors as well. And hopefully that'll help you out at some point in time, or maybe not. But let's end it here.